Good morning. Yes, I'm working from home. Kansubire muri steady. Today is Question Friday. Question Friday. Richard Nabong, Abby, Joshua, how are you today? It is 32. I hope you guys are doing well. Nange siri bubi. Good morning, Council Patrick. Good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Raymond. Yes. Today is Question Friday. Today is not about me telling you what I know. Today is about you asking questions and getting answered by anybody that can answer. Yes. That's what we call Question Friday here. That's why I also have my PC here. Nkola nga bwe tugenda maaso. Kalema Dixon, Moses Lubega, Alan Mulindwa, good morning. Question Friday. Ennaku zino buli ankubira nga mbuuza ebibuuzo binali nzizeemuko wano oba ku TikTok, all those questions ennaku zino mbagamba go to my YouTube channel on Question Friday and ask those questions that you want to ask and I will answer them. And exactly, I hope buli yankubidde essimu eggulo ng'ayagala okumbuuza ebibuuzo ali wano olwaleero. Because nina ebibuuzo bye sikyaddamu over the phone. Still 42. Good morning, Martha, Director Martha Academy. Kansubire oli steady. Can I drive myself with 5 million? Arthur, TikTok guys are on your neck. They are losing market. No, I'm not there to make them lose market. I personally believe that that everyone can make money honestly. Everyone can make money honestly. I can make money honestly. You can make money honestly without actually having to make other people lose. But there are some people, of course, that don't give a damn. Ye kasitaba nga afunyemu omutwalo gwe gwamanyi, which is not a very good thing. Question Friday. Can I drive myself with 5 million? Yes, you can. But there is a but. You don't, as long as you're not picky about which cars you want to drive. Umanya oyinza okuba nga olina $1,500,000 naye nga ate oyagala kuvuga motoka nga Spacio new model nga Corolla namukadde ono, because ono namukadde nabagamba you come with 15 million and talk to me nicely. You come with a box of pizza idea big. Actually, kati olina genda ku buy one get two. Those promotion days, you buy one, a small one for you, the big one for me. You also bring organic juice. Nga wakamudde bukamuli ndoza mu blender. Orange juice, bwebityo you bring with full 2-liter jug. ne disposable cups netunywanga bwe netulyanga bwombuulira. But with 5 million you can definitely drive. It's just the type of car that you have to know. So for you to drive at 5 million, you're going to be you will have to ogenda kugula moroka zino wammanga at 5 million. Chibina, Chikumi, Kosa, Chibina, Chikumi, Kosa, Corona 170. Because I'm looking at the cars that you can actually buy and not suffer with them. There are chances that I'm saying chances. Togena mukatali ne millions of tanu ko demanding a primo old model. There are chances that you can get a primo old model. There are chances. It's not written in concrete that with 5 million you can get a primo old model. Previously, last year also and last year baba twaginonya akao ne Michael nebula najifuna ku million mukaga. Last year nge moruka tezinalinya na kulinya. So, but there are chances you can get that. 5 million. Nego foza alizara ise bisere binaenda nego photo ina wojija. There are times you would get a Mercedes Benz C200 ngetambula at 5 million, but now you can't. Moruka zali nyabanange. You know, me, I bought my Mark II at, okay, the purchasing price was actually 4.5, but I paid 3.5 for that Mark II. Musotange limu beams 2000, it was manual, and I drove it for a full younger sinachi enkanise. You'll be surprised. But right now wakugambe jifune. Actually nzenzi ina bobo ina wojimanyi back to Musotanga ya beams 2000 ku million 5 bamukaga nga nungi mpita nze njigule because esawa ene muruka ya million 5 mukaga terabika. Man, 5 million these days is little money. It's very little money. Yeah, but you can drive yourself. Muruka zenjo get dozi labia. Of course, there are chances you can get a Vista that has a 3S engine. There are also chances you can get the Ipsum, Gaia. Good morning, Joel. Yes. Good morning, Kasumba Mike Mugala. Good morning, Ronald Waswa. Good morning, Sengindo Abdul. Good morning, Mavo Gadget Center. Advantages and disadvantages of putting caveat in my land title. I mean, Alan, why would you want to put a caveat on your land title? I think Council Patrick here, come answer this question. Alan is asking, what are the advantages and disadvantages of putting a caveat on his land title? Come and try to address this with me, Patrick. But I find that why would you want to put a caveat on your land? For me personally, I find that the best way for you to put a caveat on your land title is to actually go get a loan in the bank, because when you get a loan in the bank, they'll put a caveat and keep your land title for you. So just go and get a loan that is small enough for you to manage your businesses, but that way you don't pay the bank to keep your land title. You're actually using their money. Which take it. I find that that's one very good strategy for you to use. Yeah. But Council Patrick, come and answer this question. Alan is asking, what are the advantages and disadvantages of putting a caveat on his land title? My vehicle faces a lot of resistance while driving uphill. Teina Burunji, what could be the issue? Ronald, what vehicle is that? Tell me more about the vehicle, and tell me when the problem started, what you have tried to work on before actually today. Dennis, good morning. Toyota Corolla. Which Corolla? Like mine? Is it the Corolla like mine? Arthur, could you please share with my vehicles with rear drive? What are the disadvantages? The vehicles, Patrick, the vehicles that have rear wheel drive, the only disadvantage is that they during slippery times, on slippery roads and all that, so their time, you will first of all spend a lot of fuel. You'll also waste the tires get worn out quickly because of it. But other than that, those cars are the fastest. Most of the cars that are made for racing, they're rear wheel drives. They are very fast, they are very powerful. And the reason why they normally give you hard time in slippery roads is because the boot is always empty, so it's light. The front wheel drive cars don't have that as much because they are front wheel drive, and in front there is an engine. But other than that, but there are people that drive those rear wheel drive cars and they don't have a problem. They have learned. You can learn how to drive it. Can I get a manual Subaru Impreza 2000? I'm sure you can. Those Subaru guys are very passionate. I'm sure they have those manual ones. Patrick, don't forget to answer the other question of advantage and disadvantage of putting caveat on the land title. You check fuel pump, brake release, over distributor, and tell setting. The Corolla, Bwebanga Chukumi, then it has a distributor. But this one of mine, fuel pump, fuel filter, plugs, ne air cleaner yemanyi okukikola ekyo. But also sometimes the brakes nga bwagambye nga Joshua bwagambye brakes bwe ziba teziset bulungi nazo zikola resistance okutambula. But in a motoka ekitero gitawanya ebira fuel pump. It'll have a fuel pump. If the fuel comes properly, but you know this, for your car to have power, it needs fuel, it needs air, and it needs a spark. Katawo you know kutambula fuel, spark, and air. Fuel, spark, air. Fuel, spark, air. Fuel, spark, air. Any of those three things comes inadequately, you'll have trouble with your car. Good morning, Rogers. Chair, you know, Elgrand diesel and Elgrand petrol. Which one can you take? I wouldn't take any of those. I would go and buy myself an Alphard. I would not take the Elgrand anywhere. First of all, the Elgrand petrol will consume a lot of fuel. The Elgrand diesel still consume a lot of fuel, but diesel is a little bit cheap. But also maintenance will be very expensive because they are Nissans. But of course, if you have your money, you can buy it and drive it. Na ingenywa ekyobeera ng'okimanyi ne maintenance wa bei ate si buli omuntu agikanika. It depends. If you're getting it very cheaply, you buy. But since you're considering either diesel or petrol, it means you're not getting it cheaply. You're considering buying. You're from don't buy it. Personally, I wouldn't buy it. Why? It's not by accident that everyone is driving Alphard. No, it's not by mistake. No sanga nomusajja omugagga alina sente nga mugagga muvundu naye ng'avuga Alphard nga tavuga Elgrand okitegeera nga ate those Elgrands are definitely much more comfortable than the Alphards okitegeera. That's how they were made. But why is it that even the richest of rich people that we know don't drive Elgrand? If you want to sell the land, it becomes a bit time taking and can scare the buyer. Okay, the disadvantages are here. It's a Toyota Corolla Chikumi distributor. Izo Chikumi tezina buzibu bwa wiring, engine aba mechanic abazitegeera. What have the mechanics told you, Ronald? Arthur, good morning. It's my role. Good morning, Deep in Coffee. You're looking so clear this morning. Thanks to the wife. Chirabika camera. Mr. Ronald, chusa gear. Chusa gear mbudde. Hey, check on that. Ronald, it's chikumi nga teziba nnyo na buzibu. Fuel pump bakugambye ekola bulungi. Because for me, anytime a car loses power, it means it's not getting one of the three components. And ate chikumi empeo teziba na buzibu ebiseera ebisinga. It's mostly fuel and the spark. Is Mitsubishi L200 reliable? Very reliable. It's a double cabin tezina nnyo buzibu. Of course, I would tell you that if you can afford the Hilux na very overpriced. So the alternative to the Hilux would be the L200. Togena mo Nissan hard body ya bay, and it's not really worth it. Even the maintenance of the hard body is much. It's high. Chikume your fuel pump, brake release na distributor. Fuel pump, brake release na distributor. Bikebe de kola be. What do you mean by brake release, Joshua? Question Friday, guys. Today we ask all kinds of questions. This is the time to ask those questions. Caveat gives notice to the world. Answer you know an oloya ajitua. Caveat gives notice to the world that there is a third-party claim on the land title, but it lasts only 60 days, unless it's a beneficiary or spousal caveat. Ordinary caveat lifespan is extended. Extended court. By court or back court? Good morning, Sonko. It's too tighten over jamming. Hey, true. Question Friday, guys. Ndi wano ngezaako okutetenkanya nange abantu bange wano mpola mpola nga bwe tukola Question Friday. Njagala obuuza ebibuuzo byo ababiddamu weebali wano. We have professionals from medicine, from law, bamakanika weebali, waliwo abatunda emmotoka, waliwo abatunda gadgets, naffe bamaketa weetuli, naffe bannakatemba weetuli. So you can ask any question. On all model Vitz and Spatio old model with 9 million cash, which one should I buy? You can get both of them. Although with 9 million, if you get a Spatio, I would recommend that you buy Spatio. Vitz ya 9 million is obutaba nungi nnyo. Nenga ate Spatio ya 9 million esobola okuba. And the one thing you need to understand that Spatio ya 9 million ne bwebanga sinnamu nnyo ekanikika okusinga Vitz ya 9 million. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. A Vitz at 9 million may disturb you. A Spatio at 9 million is unlikely to disturb you because it has a much bigger engine. After why Rumion overpriced? Nanga, you people want it. You people want the Rumion. So even the people selling it now won't say that. Question Friday. Belgium Hub yameka. I'm looking for the correct price. Belgium Hub ya 10 million ya mitwalo nga ng'etaano. Belgium 10 ya rahisi. But rush togula hub number. You buy a full hub. I find that buying a full hub is, of course, that it might be different with your car, but with my car, ogula bedding then if you buy a hub, you call it $1 for a very long time. Oh, sorry, Martha. Ngenda zikuwereza today. With a budget of 13 to 15, is it possible to get a Mitsubishi L200? Either that, yes, you can. You can. I have no idea where an bali bajinguza ko $1,800,000. And it was nice. Nge ine mipira jayo ina buluba maso ne mabega nge inaka the tray cover akakatundu bali. It was a nice car. The only reason I did not buy it is because there's a jembeda. If you don't have AC, you suffer. And I did not see the prospects of selling that L200 anytime then. Mr. Ronald Gura habu yo nachisingo kanika. It's not more than 200K. Definitely. Thank you, Joshua. Nange chengamba aguze habu namba abasinga. How much can it cost me to buy a new engine of a Spatio old model? Between 2 million to 3 million, depending on where. Joshua, engine ya Spatio old model manye bei yayo. Ataka wanga, because you may not need to buy the full engine. What they mean by kawanga, it's really the engine. But then ebintu ebimwe bitajirako distributor tejirako tekujirako alternator, AC pump tejirako. Ideally, if you were to buy a full engine, you'll buy when everything is there. Alternator bichi nabijirako, AC pump bichi. But most of the times we don't really need those things because you have them in your own car. So you just buy what they call kawanga. Believe it or not, take because of what we do. Yeah. So a kawanga really is the engine. Arthur, I don't know what is next. I have no idea what next. Arthur, is my 4 million. Can I get a start Yes, you can get a start at 4 million. Yes, you can. A friend of mine drives a Subaru Forester, but he normally change from D to D3 or D2, which you overtake with. Is it okay? As long as the gear is much more powerful. Mainzi mvuga moroka ya manual. Kati automatic ebimunyizo obutabijjukira. Nako mu kuvuga moroka automatic mwaka ki. 2022 I was driving manual. 2021 I was driving manual. Different cars though. Navuga ka Golf Polo nga ka manual, nevuga Primo nga ya manual, nevuga Eno nga ya manual, nevuga RAV4 nga ya manual. I've been driving manual since 2020. Actually, since 2020, because 2020 I was driving Makutunga ya manual. Nakoma kuvuga automatic in 2019. So it's okay as long as it's not reverse, because it's one thing driving a gear and it's another you trying to drive reverse when you're going forward. Question Friday. Question Friday. Mr. Ronald, bearing ya habu we banfu terenya ateta fuel pump kubekozesa amaanyi mangi ate bwe jamming ekwata fire. I'm victim of it. Ochirabye Ronald, just buy a full hub. Don't even think of buying a single bearing. You buy a full hub. Ekitegeeza ebinywa n'amafuta because ebikozesa amaanyi mangi. Kati for me, my hub is about 150, 180 depending on where you buy. But every time I feel something, ngura hub nenjiteka because it's my car. Kabanyoro. You're my number one. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. I'm learning to focus on things. If it's Question Friday, we focus on Question Friday. We wait for questions. If it's Market Tuesday, we're strictly marketing. If we are discussing a topic, we stay on the topic. Yeah. Someone told me, Arthur, urumo janga tuze kola chidala omuntu nakugula nakujjako nakuziwala sikyawugu kakati. I was selling my new 1.8cc VBTI fuel eco 4-wheel drive, but after watching your videos najikanise mulusaze nengule n'emipiira. Hey, let me tell you, the one thing that happens, orawo ebisere ebimu bw'obeera n'emmotoka for example and it's disturbing you, and because emmotoka erwala ng'olaba gwe omuntu gwalwala ng'ate olaba oli adda balanced diet, you do exercise, okitegera, you drink plenty of water, and then you get sick. So just imagine this car that you're driving every day, sometimes it will jam, sometimes it will, sometimes it will stop working normally. And normally when cars start misbehaving, our first thought is to sell them. And me, I normally ask myself, if it was my body that was misbehaving, would I sell it to anyone? Definitely not. I'd go to whichever doctor I need to go to and have my body fixed. Because at the end, you selling your car and trying to get another car. Even the new car you're going to get will have trouble. Still, you have stuff to repair. Now, it's very rare to find someone buying a car from the bond. So sometimes it's a good thing for you to settle. Settle with what you have and be calm with it until you probably get much more money. I find that the only reason we should upgrade our cars is if we have extra money to upgrade, and you upgrade into a better car. I remember when I decided to buy this car, I had my Primo. Na ine moroka nga Primo yange ebuza amaanyi. Nenjwa makanika nasiba engine. Negano okutereera. Actually it even got worse, ng'enywa n'amafuta. We makanika yali mugwagwa bannange. Yali mugwagwa ng'enywa amafuta. So I used it for a project. I was traveling Mubende, Masaka, And after the project, I decided I wasn't going to be with this car anymore, and I got this Corolla. Now, after getting this Corolla, I gave that car to another mechanic. Najisumula engine. Nangamba neba notivala buroka yarinja. You can imagine. That's why normally I tell you guys, overhauling the engine is not a very good idea. Just buy a new engine. If instead of overhauling that engine at 400,000, I bought a new engine at like a million or 1.5 million, I would have stayed with the other one. So that's why I normally tell you, don't overhaul the engine. If you can buy new parts, put the new parts. Don't overhaul. Like now, Ronald, don't buy a new bearing to put in the hub. Just buy a new hub. Your hub wa mechanical wala bangi kola kuwemu sent. And it taught me that if I had just gotten a second opinion for my car, nali badde nchina primo yange because yali primo nga nebo duko tyabana ingezi to bulungi kubala yali mani ongeno. But anyway, after I bought this car, repairing, I and I decided to sell it off. And sometimes when this car gives me some trouble, because it does, it's a normal car. So I've learned that when it gives me trouble, the goal is to get a second opinion, know about what is disturbing it. And you need to also understand that sometimes you buy a new engine is misbehaving because it's new in the system, and you need to just adjust it a little bit. A system, it's like when someone puts when you go for heart surgery or something, or heart replacement, and they put a new heart, they have to monitor you for like a month to make sure that the heart and the body so that's what you need to understand. But the only reason you should sell your car is if you have gotten money to buy another car. Don't ever sell your car in emergency situations. My home is off bounds for selling. It's off bounds. Whether I am dying of cancer, whether what, my home is off bounds. That's my kids' home for them to live in. So the okujja konga sina mja kuba n'omuntu ebikonde mutu ndamaka gange lwaki okitegeera ezo nyumba y'abaana bange. I grew up, I did not have a belonging. I want my kids to have a belonging. That's why that home is off bounds for selling. My car is off bounds for selling, and that is jembera mumanyi yo. I drive 80 kilometers a day. Without a car, how would I finish? Marakontia, direct translation. So kakati gwe yali atunda nuwayo, there is no reason for you to era wayose n'ogikanika n'ogisako n'emipiira. Good morning, Justus. Good morning, Wayne K. Joshua is a mechanic, I think. Good morning, Arthur. I'm a driver, and my boss just bought an X-Ray 2012 model. He shipped it by himself, and so we never zibuchi. So X-Ray was it Uganda? It's just that maintenance is expensive. Neka to yaji shipping that take okuba ina sente zayo. Maintenance of the X-Ray is expensive, and also the X-Rays just have trouble sometimes. Ba mechanic ababulu ebiro dolaba ne mu Toyota muno. You find a Toyota that is very easy. Nenga ba mechanic ekirwadde kibabuze. Now just imagine the X-Trails that they don't really understand. So just hope for the best, but expect the worst with the next X-Trails. Good morning, Daniel Ranga. But are you guys, for those that don't know, we have a psychiatrist in the room, Mr. Daniel Ranga. We have a lawyer in the room, Mr. Asiko Patrick. So you can ask those questions. If you be a psychiatry, simanya I'm stressed simanya because of Daniel Ranga or you kafuru wabyo. Then if you be a lawyer simanya mchara wanga babi no mba wanga babi no nkoze the divorce nkoze ntia lawyer wali. Director Martha, since nearly married and I want to get married, what do women contribute in the family? Personally, it depends on the relationship you have with your man. It depends on the relationship you have with your man. I don't think I don't think that there's something that is said that women are supposed to do this in a family. It all depends on what kind of relationship you have with your man. That's when you decide when what you have to contribute. After did it all replace your tire? They did not, but they worked on it. I'm happy. Compare for me Vitz RS and Ranex, because both are the same price, 14 million. Vitz RS is smaller than the Ranex. I think that's the biggest difference. And also Vitz RS, majority of them have 1.3 liter engines. Yes, yet Ranex has a 1.5 liter engine. Yeah. The Vitz is much more compact, the Ranex is bigger. So it depends on what you want to use the car for. Yes, brother, that's my profession. Both theory and practice in diesel and petrol. But now I'm abroad. Oh, what is your take between Probox and Alex? Probox is a commercial car. You buy it and goyagala kubako byokola business wise etikanyo. Alex moroka ya swagger. So it depends on what you want to use. Category phone solution waliguze Probox. Take books be vya masimu, books be vya solar. Yeah. After which number plate is UBO? I don't know chove. I don't. Mr. 1AJ ayo empia. But zifanyo maso because of potholes in Uganda. Nange nachirabi my hubs zifanyo because of where I live. But I was told one way to avoid your hubs from over dying is getting bigger tires, which I don't want with this car. So the option would be to buy a second car. Ngene moroka njivuga mu naku 2 oba 3 nayi nenjivuga mu naku zaayo. Mata teyeremeredde abasabasiru waza teyeremeredde. Please talk of buying a car from Sudan and driving so that is number plate, and you have to pay. You pay road toll or road tax every month, I think. But now there is a limitation. You can't drive it for forever. Yeah. Tumaliriza mpera nga tuli fambi. Kasaija. On a question Friday, bawo bwagamba mbu tayagala ogule kintu kyonna because mulangira kitegeeza gwe omulangira nze mukazi wange tannangira bwagula ebintu. Nengera kuleetera buleetezi Martha, just be a good woman, and it's important that you guys understand each other. Nemumanya anti, this is the kind of relationship we have. Atena mumulekera okufumbirwa. Why would a man marry a woman that anyway, I think I'm just friends with my wife. Katsiza kugamba nti sinza kugamba nti manyi how other people are running their relationships, but I know that you are supposed to marry your friend. Katate, one thing you need to realize, or your guy, I'm sure you saw that video ya Sandy. Katate umanya Sandy na yarangira. Omusajja buli wagamba mukazi wange anangira, abakazi balangira ng'omanya baali bamulangiddeko ate naye ng'omanya nti naye alangira. Okitegeera ng'omanya nti naye alangira ate nnyo. Good morning, Brian. So what next after UBN series? Of course, a new number plate will come. Arthur, what vehicle is ideal if I drive 90 kilometers in 3 days and is fuel efficient? You can buy Espacio. You can buy the Alex. You can buy the Ranex. You can buy the Sienta. You can buy so many cars that you can buy that are really nice. It depends on your budget, definitely. You can buy Noah. There are plenty of cars that you can actually buy. Someone wanted to borrow 3 million from me, but he wanted to leave me with an iPhone 14 Pro Max fake clone. So I wanted to okay. Good morning, Vianney. Good morning. At how much are RAV for sport rims? I'm not sure whether they're 14 or 16. Antika to sport rims are 14. Zidi kumitwalo. Ekitone nnyo nsanvu, the used ones. 700,000. Kakati bwogenza mu 16 kitegezo jazugula emitwalo nga 22. So kati bala million ngemu ngegwa wali. But my friend wants to buy a Fielder or a Subaru XT, but both are the same price. Which one is good? Naye kati omuntu yeeyiya mu Subaru anoonya ayoki. Omuntu yeeyiya agule Fielder bw'aba agisobola. Omuntu yeeyiya agule Fielder. Arthur, fuel consumption ya Mark 2 grand versus Alteza. It's the same because they have the same engine. They both should have the Beams 2000 engine, so the consumption should be the same. Compared to Nakasaja, I don't know where Nakasaja is, but the consumption should literally be the same. Why can't like the video? You guys, you're 38. We have 15 likes. Guys, like the video down there. Hey, I saw my neighbors nga bamulangira. Bakazi bannange mubajjawa. Kiyinza okubanga lunaku lwange luninze bulinzi. One thing I can't say I'm an expert there naye. I think omukazi anakulangira ndowooza omulaba Rogers, I think omukazi anakulangira. The like button is off. That's impossible. Omukazi anakulangira by the omulaba majority of the time. Naye we ignore the red flags. Mwe guy. Fa abasajja omanyi mwagala nnyo nyashi. Abasajja mwagala nnyo nyashi ne mwerabira ebirala byonna byonna omukazi aba n'empisa embi ng'oziraba naye nozi ignoringa. Clavia is the Vitz, right? And the Fielder. It depends on what you want to use the car for. The Fielder will definitely give you much more space. Kata onobala nina kachikumi naye katambula buli wamu nafuna namala naye tekakyusa gear, so kukola service ya gearbox. Then after you work on the service of the gearbox and maybe it doesn't change, I would actually recommend you go buy a new gearbox. It might cost you about 800k. Naye ate wano kanika mbajja kujjako emitwalo ngana. Daniel kulangira is like when you remind someone the things you have done for them. You know how your wife can buy a fridge in the house and then you get angry and she says, I even bought the fridge. Look at him. You use the fridge that I bought. Something like that. That's what they mean kulangira. So people are saying that the women should not be allowed to buy anything in the house because they will remind you how they bought those things, or they should not buy you even a gift because when they get angry they will remind you how they bought you a gift. I personally believe that's I think Daniel, what as a psychiatrist, because because you know better. The moment you talk about Nyash, JK comes out. One AJ X-Trail T30 is a money pit. It can even break down in a showroom. Okay. So Daniel, what do you think as a psychiatrist? I'm sure you have counseled couples that are going through serious issues like that. What do you think is the cause of that? Is it just a pass? Is it just something that comes with a person? Like how you go to buy a Mercedes-Benz in a showroom and there are defaults that come. I personally believe that okulangiroko is a default with some women. Waliwo abakazi abamu nga tasobola kukulangira. And even if they did what? Nini wabawo balinga ne bwaba talina kyakoze akulangira ne byokoze n'akugamba yabikoze. Okitegeera. Abasajja balangira nnyo abakyala. Thank you, Daniel. I think men do it more. And when you do it to someone over time, okay, and when you do it over time, the woman also gets it in their system and they start doing the same to you. Baba inacha akozenga na send yo yate kukubarangira kakasajja kate kukubarangira banange. You guys have seen that dude on shows, eh? Jeke wa byononese jeka yagala nyash muvenako. Me, I personally think I happen to think that omukazi anakulangira omulaba, but it's just that for us as men, we ignore red flags very. Women normally don't ignore red flags, but we ignore red flags because the physical attributes that we like are there with the woman. So you ignore everything else. It's like how you see men saying, my girlfriend, she cheated on me with my friend, but I loved her so much. So we stay to like, what the hell? Someone sleeps with someone you know, you're together, and you forgive her thinking that you're going to change her. Like it gets worse, it doesn't get better. C320. Talking that, I think you should have about 25 million if it's used. At about 25 million. Because the C320 almost looks like the E320. Is it? Whose message has been held for review? KHB Uganda, no problem. You can call me Netulava. People have different personalities. So is it a possibility, Daniel, that the kulangira thing could be something that comes with a personality that omuntu bwacho yabeera nga asobola okulangira ne waba omulanga tasobola kulangira? Is it possible, Daniel, that someone can do it and other people can't do it? Mr. Kasude funa makanika ngatannakola gearbox service agisumulule wansi ayoza akatimba otekemu hydraulic omupya. Yeah, but Joshua, normally when ngaba service ya gearbox, I'm thinking, especially when it's automatic, akatimba okoze. And normally when we help people buy cars, the first thing we tell them when you have bought a car, akatimba ka gearbox bakoza, akatimba ka engine bakoza, so that you start afresh and wachimanyi wanse weteri bichafu. That's normally what I tell people. If we do inspection like this, that's the first thing. For service, the service my mechanic does for people that we have bought cars for involves washing the butimba, both for the gearbox and the engine. So you buy your own hydraulic oil. The service your gearbox with the manual. Me, I do the service for my manual gearbox once a year. Once a year, I go and change the CC. Once a year. It does me. I don't care about recommendations. I already know that my gearbox is old. I don't want to risk it dying on me. Which it's already past 200,000 kilometers, more than 200,000 kilometers. So I do service once a year for my gearbox. So I'm imagining, for you guys that have not yet bought cars, the moment you buy your car, see a bond, go use akatimba kujako CVT zomo zileke, but these normal automatic gearboxes, go wash the sieve for both the engine and the gearbox, and then put new hydraulic, then put new engine oil. Good morning, Arthur. Is it possible to change the fuel tank of 50 liters of a RAV for 2007 to put a bigger one of 72 liters? I think if it fits there, why not? As long as it fits. You just have to make sure the specifications of that tank work the same way, because it's one thing putting a new tank and then you start experiencing problems. As long as something fits, it's okay. What's the magic behind about Shell V-Power or what Shell fuel cell? The V-Power is a scam. I've used it. V-Power is a scam. The fuel cell, it's just like how you trust a brand and they are doing their research. I don't think there's anything special. It's just that it's cleaner fuel than any other small fuel stations that you go to. Our personality is an outcome of nature or nurture. Nurture or nature. Daniel, There is this question: are personalities an outcome of nurture or nature? Me, I think it's a mixture of both. Like if my kids are born, they have a bit of me in them, they have a bit of their mother in them. That's nature, right? But then how we raise them, which is nurturing, also influences how they come out. Because I've seen kids that are very young, their parents all very good people, very well behaved, nainga the kids are wild. Why? Because the parents are not taming the kids. Ngatakubanga ku mwana tamubogolirangako tamunyega omwana asobola okufuka nga ate mwana mukulu n'amuleka n'aseka. In the end omwana oyo bwagenda ku bugenyi babazadde babalaba tebinyuma bakyalidde babalaba tebinyuma naye ng'omuzadde yakirekayo, so the kids starts misbehaving because at home misbehaving is normal. Someone asked about Land Rovers. I love the Land Rover Discovery. Everyone I know tells me not to buy it. It's expensive to maintain. Normally, the people that I've seen that are driving the Land Rover Discoveries, they are mechanics. So, the facts one day my friend was discussing with one of my family member. She asked him to marry me. Since we are friends, the guy said Martha is well off than I. She will kulangira me. I think it's just something that people have. We have seen a lot of bad news travels faster than good news. There are so many marriages that are doing very well. But because the news gets out too fast, that's why we know more of that than the good one. V-Power is a marketing gimmick. True. I think also V-Power, I've tried it. It's a scam. Men even fear people with some money. They judge us for nothing. I know. You talked about changing gearbox oil. Is there something specifically we should look out for CVT cars? Yeah, the CVT cars use CVT gearbox oil. They don't use the normal hydraulic oil. Yeah, good morning, Lubinga. Can people of the same personality have different character? JK, it's a combination of both. That is to say, both the external environment and the genetics contribute to the personality. Mr. Norman, you want to change your tank, but the fuel pump is different in shape and long. Just bajisale ebisenge naye fuel gauge ojja gichankalanya. I also think you may have trouble when he changes the tank. Why don't you just leave that tank? It's not like there is anything special you're going to get with a new tank. Just keep the tank and have money on you to buy fuel. Yeah, 50 liters nyingi. I have 45 liters in my car. But when I fill my tank, vuge moro kanene yagala. Okitegeera. Question Friday, guys. Nabagambe watuyinawo ba engineer, tuyinawo ba lawyer, tuyinawo ba doctor, we have all kinds of professions. How do you fix a faulty fuel gauge? Fuel gauge that's electronics. Funo amasanyalaze agikolereko. Pumps. Bro, is it true that private number plates you pay for life or after every you pay? Once you buy the number plate, you have bought it. It has no problem. You can just change it from one car to another. What non-Toyota brands do you recommend? Mercedes-Benz is good. I would actually drive a Mercedes-Benz. It's just that in the garage yoka Genesis go kunkanikira Mercedes-Benz ya Kasim. Mengo. That's a long distance, a long way from home. But I'd recommend Mercedes-Benz. I would recommend Nissan is actually good. It's just that maintenance is very expensive. Actually, Nissan maintenance might be more expensive than even Mercedes-Benz. But Nissan is also not that bad. This is a branded bidding example. That's recommending of. But you can drive any type of. You can drive the Opel. You can drive the Mazda. Just know that some of those cars, they're going to give you headaches. Do you support me to go for drive to own? I have my job, but I want to use Uber to pay for the car. Do you think I can make 45k per day in Uber Taxify? Yeah, I think you can't. Personally, I think you can't, and I've done it before. Oh, Subaru, thank you, Daniel. Subaru. Why did I forget about Subaru? Subaru, Mercedes-Benz. Maheno Plumbing. I don't think you should borrow. I don't think you should get a car on credit counting on Uber and Taxify. No, I don't think so. That might be a bad move. They fear the money because they are naturally designed to give. So if she's well off, many of them run out of ideas. Yeah, and it's a natural thing. You get what you give respect and you will get respect. Offer disrespect and you'll get it in return. I think it's also the same thing. It's just that after some time she learns. After some time she learns to beat you back. It's not all the women's fault. Men need to respect their women. Less stress is the result. Exactly. After I need a Corolla manual car like yours. And it's still accessible. In the bond they are bringing 2009, I think, and above. And I don't think bonds now import manual cars. You would have to import it yourself. Hata Sabaku clarity. How many kilometers can a liter fuel cover in engines? Should go about, in the old technology, a liter should go 10 kilometers and above. In the new technology, a liter should go 15 kilometers and above. If it gives you less than 15 kilometers in VVTi, the engine has a problem. Can I get IST at 13? Which car would you recommend for this place? 13 you can get IST. Now it's not common for you to get IST at 13, but you can. Chances are there. Sagara kumara mumani. And then you can get a Vitz, both 1.3 and 1 liter. You can get them. Question Friday, guys. You're 40, we have only 28 likes. We're missing 12 likes. Like the broadcast and share with other people so that they can also get experience of this particular broadcast. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. Question Friday, guys. Jason, let me look for a question. Good morning, 80 Brian. Jason, let me look for it. Can I get a Primo X 2010 1.5 liter at 20 in good? I think you can, but I wouldn't recommend you buy 1.5 liter Primo. Why? The body is big for the engine. So chances are high that the engine will blow on you very fast. That's what I see. Dabanga body nene kuka engine yako. So 1.8 would actually make much more sense. Nenga you can get 20. 20 is good budget. 20 is good budget. Let me see. Yeah, 20 is good budget. But just don't be too specific about the number plate. Be specific. 2010? No. I ignored the 2010 word. I focused on Primo X. Yes, you can get a Primo X, but not a 2010 model. Arthur, is it legal to tint the front windshield? It's not illegal. I can't say it's legal, but it's not illegal. But that tint, especially at night. I remember we bought the Crown we bought. The Pakistani we bought it from had tinted the front windscreen, but he told us he doesn't drive his car at night because at night you're don't be seeing. Yeah, but it's not illegal. How much is the Toyota? I think 20, between 22 to it goes up to 30 depending on the model. May you talk about 2018 Mitsubishi Delica D5? Don't buy it. 80 brand, don't buy it. I know it might look nice, it might look posh. Don't buy it. Arthur, are there any major issues with Altezas? No. As long as you get the beams 2000, no. If you get the Yamaha engine, you're going to suffer. Arthur, among the flowing towns, which is more developed for setting up business? Matuga, Chigogwa, Bombo. Matuga seems big, but Chigogwa is also developing. Bongo is also developing. I think it depends on what business you want to put there. Which take it, you just have to be calculative, see the population there, what they can afford, and then decide on what business you are going to do there. Which sector in transport can make 45k daily? Instead of buying a small car at 14 million, lwaki togula Kigeya million nga 18 17 omwana nakuwanga emitwalo gyo 8 olunaku ku 8 n'omanya nti ena papa bafundi bali bameka. Actually, maheno, me I think bobo ina millions of 15, 16, 17 gula Kigege nkadde ejja kukolera mu kasente okitegera okusinga bino byogamba nti Uber gula Kigege otule ku wa conductor oyo drive off ne driver nga ina stage. Arthur, is it illegal? No, ekyo kizemu. Good morning, Jude. Ideally, what should happen next if your vehicle is involved in a serious accident? Buy another vehicle. If you manage to escape unscathed, if you manage to escape unhurt, I think the next thing should be for you to look for money to buy another vehicle. Tewali kirala. If it's a serious accident, chances are high that I owe it agenda kutamotoka eyo. Nebo yambibwa ku police awoli no jirajira ne bakute motoka yo gitunde ku kyebwa ayise gule motoka endala. Because you will never enjoy that car properly. There are very many car brands offering kind of big 1-liter turbo stratified engines here in Denmark. Cars the size of fielder. And kakati fe. Turbo zitawanya. I think because of the dust, I don't know. Might be because of the dust. Why are VW Golfs cheap on the used market? Because they are called weight loss programs. You can suffer with them. Big thanks, Mazma. Mostly of the advice on body weight and engine carrying it. Okay. Arthur, explain number plates with blue background and a red. and a blue background and the red background. I think the blue background are government parastatals. The red number plates can be still government parastatals. It can be individuals like you that come from abroad and you have come with your car, and organizations that get tax-free, I think. If not Delica, then what other car can you recommend? Stick to Toyotas if you don't want to suffer. That's my advice. What I gotta kubona stick to Toyotas. Suppose ne Mercedes Benz nabo balina van ennungi. Ne Mercedes Benz zabeyo okumaindininga na artist zo ziri wako kubala. Kivula bana ababirole bino trailers bavuga Mercedes Benz. Okitegeera. Red number plate NGOs, they haven't paid tax. Blue number plate government parastatals like URA, Makerere URA. Yeah. And Daniel now was soboda. Nakubola kati wamanya ngoja you get nakuba if you get a red number plate as an individual nobody else can drive it. Ujja ko bajivuga nga nawe mwoli. Naye ujja kwesanga nga omuntu omulala tasobola kujivuga. Muloza situso basi bulaba gayi bange. I have a deadline for a document that I have to deliver. That's why I had my PC in here. Nakedde wano sawe muna ntula mmoroka ntandika okukola. Richard Nabong, Abbey, Joshua, Raymond, Patrick, Council Wafe, Kalemire Gordon, Kalema Dixon, Rupika Moses, Alan Molindo, Martha, Director Martha Academy, Jombwe Juma, Mutebi Joel, Kasumba Mike Mugala, Ronald Waswa, Abdul Sengendu, Mavoga Jet Center, Ronald Waswa, Ayindisiwe Dennis, Bakasumba, Maziche Yune Rogers, Jombwe Juma, Raymond Sechibule, It's My Role, Deep in Coffee, Ronald Waswa, Mkogede Konyo, Nelson Chobe, William Magezi, Mugalasi, Gerald Sonko, Nsanji Phone Solutions, King Daniels, yes, Iguru Faizo, Justice Safaris, Deno Wayne K, 1AJ, Daniel Ranga, Douglas Nyombi, Jerome. But I have a guy. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. I don't take it for granted. Brian Bwire, Dawood Mununule, Kayongo Vian, Seth Kaga. Benanga Seth Obuzi. How did I even not see your name? Dino NK, Deep in Coffee, KHB Uganda, Kalisa Antonio, JK, Daniel George Nahabwe, Moses Heath, Okirol Solomon, Bisobora Ibrahim, Norman M, Johnson Lubinga, yes, Benjamin B, Maheno Plumbing, Baluku Nobat, Akiki, Chairman Zach. Banange, thank you for being part of this broadcast. I don't take it for granted. Don't forget, how do I keep this broadcast running? How do I keep doing the research I do? Is I do pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car and you want to not make a mistake, you hire me. I come with a mechanic and we help you make the right decision, price-wise, car-wise. You pay 400,000 only, and I have the uncomfortable conversations with you. Normally, it's a bad choice. That's why you're paying me to tell you when you're making a big decision. Instead of Starch, Davis Tibiasa, Mukenya Abbey. After talk about gasoline engines, turbocharged engines, hybrid engines, anti-turbo is extra power. They give it an extra power by recycling the exhaust fumes. And turbo cars in Uganda have troubles. So in Uganda, I wouldn't expect you to buy a turbo. Of course, gasoline engines is a petrol. They are the best for the Ugandan economy. Then hybrids is a zoo. Amandagato kanegafa or kubango chimanyi. Been so busy and would like to have a private extensive talk with you soon. I mean, and wendi nnyo. Arthur Kano town eskali kati ya kaveeko tugende moroka empya kati gula nowe ne empya ojja kweyagala. Amina starch. We're guy. I'll see you tomorrow in the evening, 5:15 p.m. Ciao.